My favorite part about playing this is the aspect ratio is pretty inconsistent. So we have these title screens that are 4:3, but then like after we get through the whole intro sequence, bam, aspect ratio completely shifted. It's like the aspect ratio got ratioed by another aspect ratio. That's one of the downsides of playing on an emulator, to be honest. The aspect ratios tend to be very inconsistent, and it also puts a target on your back by, I have no idea. Just a bunch of petty purists. I have some really upsetting news. Look at the cheese. We have none. This is heartbreaking. This is spiritually damaging. Hey, look at all these screenshots that could get me a copyright strike. What is up with the picture quality? It's horrible. Okay, there we go. Now it's all fixed. Thanks, Dolphin, for upscaling my game for me. You are a beautiful, beautiful program. That also puts a target on my back by purists. I do have this game on the Xbox. Wait, Spongebob is the manager? Oh boy, I can't wait for him to deal with his first PR disaster.
So what went wrong?
I don't think this really counts as a PR disaster. A PR disaster, like, in regards of, when the company does, like, a very shitty thing. I wonder if SpongeBob even has the emotional maturity to actually handle being a legit manager. I know I don't. This does feel very nostalgic, though, I will say. It's been a really long time since I've actually played through the full thing. I was a kid the last time I played this. And I played it on the Xbox, but the Xbox died, so that basically resulted in me going down a very dark path. A dark and sinister path that changed me fundamentally. Turned me into a horrible demon. Because I'm using an emulator to play this. According to the purists, anyway. Why is Patrick here? He doesn't need to be in the plot. Wait, can I turn subtitles on? I'd like to turn subtitles on if they have them. I mean, it doesn't seem like they actually do. Well, that's just a shame, an absolute shame. You know, I thought you were considerate of people who like to read, and also deaf people. Talk about some top tier ableism right here. Twitter, instead of canceling me for using an emulator, why don't you cancel the people behind this game because they didn't include subtitles? We need you to overreact to somebody that isn't me. I'm about to do that thing that's gonna appear in the Matthew McBacon drinking game, but I really have this important need to preface. Like, I have like the need, the urge, the lust to let people know that this probably will not be a 100% run. And if it is a 100% run, it is probably accidental.
Manager coming through.
Can't believe SpongeBob's head is so, like, deeply imbued in his ass right now. It's like as soon as he becomes a manager, he's gonna become a full-blown narcissist. You know what would have been a much better idea for a movie sequel for SpongeBob? If the power of being a manager got to his head and he ended up becoming like an absolute scummy person. Yeah, thanks Patrick. Now I'm gonna get banned. Good job, man. Oh, come on, SpongeBob. You're doing push-ups in the middle of a crisis. Tactless.
I'm really scared, man.
Over fucking cheese? He's just having a full-on breakdown over cheese. I mean, this is a whole, like, this is a dream sequence, but you know, last time I checked, whenever I had dreams, I wouldn't have a mental breakdown over cheese. I would have a mental breakdown over, like, suddenly being naked in school and being forced to wear a kilt or lederhosen. I don't really remember.
So he sulks off to drown his depression in ice cream at the local Goofy Goober.
Yeah, Goofy Goober, the cult. Woo!
The diabolical plankton hatches. Plan Z.
Huh?
Of Shell City.
Wait, what's going on?
Join our heroes
Oh,
in the midst of
okay.
self-pity.
You know, the plot was kind of like starting to go in like the wrong order. I'm ready, depression. There are days where that is absolutely relatable.
It's 8 in the morning. Closed. Go collect your
It's like they had the voice actor record these audios in their closet or something. Yeah, that dude spits acid. There's clearly something occultic going on. I just love how this game promotes toxic masculinity. Also, no more stomach humping. We have Patrick becoming a clone of Spongebob. I don't think this kind of thing is supposed to be in an establishment like the Goofy Goober. But then again, like as we discussed before, the occultic nature of this place, I wouldn't be surprised if it was like a vital part of some cruel, twisted ritual. I never thought I would see this. Drunk Spongebob getting chased. Patrick doing an ahego. You would never expect to see that anywhere else. Patrick doing a ahego in the kitchen. This is like music you would hear when you're drunk in the state of Alabama. To swing on the ice block, just press the Y button, and Patrick is just using his tongue. That's very disgusting, man. Keep him away from the freezer. He will do that to all of the blocks of ice. I always keep thinking I'm hearing a timer going down, but it's just the background music. This is the biggest plot hole in the entire fucking Earth. They're not even supposed to meet until after Mr. Krabs gets frozen. What is going on? I can't even freaking hear them. The music is just blasting in my ear right now. It's overtaking the voice acting. There are so many holes. It's in the plot and in my emotional state. I'm so depressed that you know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna go out and I'm gonna go fight. Like the fucking gladiator I am. I somehow transformed into Spongebob. You know, because you know, right now I just want to be Spongebob. I don't want to be Patrick. I'm gonna murder all of these products of inbreeding from Alabama. SpongeBob is just so insecure about his masculinity. It's pretty funny. You know, Doom Eternal's Horde mode, it ain't got shit on this. All right, wave 3. It's time to get nice and sexy with the violence. Well, I wish I didn't say that. You missed. I was right. Yeah, okay, yeah. Your friend made it up for you. I did it. I got the coin. And now what? I got everything that I ever wanted. I got a coin. I got the ability to swing around in a 360-degree angle multiple times. What is missing? I now have the ability to cartwheel. That was the thing I was missing in my life. I am unstoppable. No one could possibly defeat me. What the hell, man? Like, you just had to ruin everything. You could have just let me have that fantasy for a little longer. I only had it for like a minute, at least. Could have given me like an hour. We're just going through the bubblegum mines right now. Yeah, this is precisely what would be in a restaurant. That was the craziest reverb I've ever heard. I never remembered it sounding so intense on the Xbox. We're going to new heights. I'm surprised that that one guy. No, I'm sorry, it wasn't a guy. It was actually a tentacle-esque cow thing. You know, something that you would see in a hentai. Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't use this, like, to factor into the conspiracy theory that the Goofy Goober is a cult. Oh, it's a shame. I didn't know SpongeBob had a video game for the movie. Oh, it was an oversight. Yep, we're in a death round.
Mr. Krabs.
Back at the Krusty
Did they
Krab,
decide to use alternate takes from the actual movie for the voice lines?
And our yellow knucklehead McSpazatron shows up to accuse Mr.
Yeah, that's a
Krabs
reference.
of being King Neptune zaps
Oh
Mr.
man, I
Krabs
can't believe you zapped Mr. Krabs' amazing dump truck like that.
freezing Mr. Krabs.
At least you healed the burn. That's a good thing. Oh, hi, Mindy. We met before at the bar the other night. You see, I don't really remember the whole thing. I was a little drunk. I think my ice cream might have been spiked with like a shit ton of alcohol content. I remember seeing you on a television. I've never met this person in my life. That's what Mindy's gonna say.
Patrick, it's time to start your journey.
Yeah, we're just gonna drive across the horizon as they're... Look. Why is Plankton already trying to rebuild Bikini Bottom into his Planktopia? He does this after they leave the city.
You're driving a sandwich.
Not just a sandwich, a Krabby Patty.
It's a cheeseburger, you dumb fucking idiot.
With cheese!
Collect nitros. I can get one of these for like $4.99 a month, or if I want to flex even harder, $9.99 a month. I'm driving so hard the frame rate was cut in half. Don't mind us, we're just driving through this lovely nature trail with a cheeseburger. Imagine if they decided to remake the Spongebob movie game and they weren't total pussies. Imagine how beautiful this would have looked in HD. I didn't get any of the boxes. That could have happened in an alternate timeline, you know. I wouldn't have been able to get those boxes in high definition. Okay, which way am I going? I'm obviously gonna go left because I have like a very obvious political agenda. Wait, I can actually go through here. Hell yeah. I'm doing what all the liberals would do. I would do it fast instead of doing it right. I swear, when I first heard of that creepypasta, not a creepypasta, it could have been a creepypasta in an alternate timeline, but, we're living in the timeline where, oh god, this timeline is so fucking dumb. I just realized how dumb it gets sometimes. But when I first read that copy pasta, it was fucking hilarious. Because the guy is just clearly insane. I won. I drove. I don't want to drive again. I mean, it's just a one and done kind of thing. Look, I have an issue. You see, the frame rate gets cut down by 50% when I'm driving. And I need all the frames I can get. I only have 60 hertz, Mindy! How come you'd ever consider my feelings?
Plankton is now selling the Krabby Patty at the Chum Bucket. And with
wow, I can't believe he actually won.
Will Squidward save the day?
Yeah.
No.
We just got our car stolen. Isn't that great? 3,000 miles to Shell City. We're gonna walk it because, honestly, driving is one thing, but you can't deny the beauty that is just walking around and seeing the sights. Because when you're driving, you're just going past the sights. And I have to say, this site is very underwhelming. I wish we didn't lose the car.
Now I can teach you the bash move.
Awesome. Teach it to me. Oh, you just put a boxing glove in my hand and just told me good luck.
Now,
What a heartless monster. Look at that empty stare that she has. She is obviously a marionette being controlled by some puppeteer. It's probably Plankton. Mindy isn't real. Plankton is just created a puppet to trick and manipulate SpongeBob and Patrick. Plankton, he doesn't actually have this secret formula. So he's forcing SpongeBob and Patrick to go on this journey to actually find, like, the secret city where the location of the formula is. That's my conspiracy theory, at least. There's obviously some level of deception going on. And you know what I think? I think Squidward is involved in some way. I think he's just sick of getting tortured by SpongeBob all the time, and he decided to change his allegiances, making him loyal to Plankton.
vacuuming up manliness, even in the corners.
Is there a way to turn off voice acting?
I'm not feeling like a game of catch right now.
Yeah, but you're gonna have to catch this spit! Look at how brown that spit is, or orange or whatever. Like, they have definitely been chewing Copenhagen. We are definitely in Central America right now. Like, we are all the way out in the state of Alabama. I wonder if people are getting triggered by this game because SpongeBob and Patrick are constantly talking about how manly they are, and it's just making like a niche group of people very, very upset. Honestly, I thought the rednecks would be offended by this game because of the way they're being portrayed as bucketheads. Honestly, I think it's just gonna be people who are gonna be offended on the rednecks' behalf. And in which case, props to you, buddy. You wasted your life. Honestly, the real victims are the purists that don't like emulators. Hey look, it's the guys from the movie! We have to make it very clear to the audience that this is an adaptation of a movie. SpongeBob is in his 20s, by the way. I can't wait for SpongeBob to show up in that one show, only for that weird, like, glitchy mask to just kill him horribly. Like Fred Flintstone. This is fucking horrifying. Look at what they did to SpongeBob. He clearly looks like he's in fucking pain right now.
Just roll with it, I always say.
Oh, you're real clever, SpongeBob. And you know, I totally understand why you're cracking jokes. It's to help you cope with the fact that you are now a spherical object trapped in what is basically what that weird mass is gonna make him see. Imagine getting infected by that weird shit, and then you're just a sphere, and you have to go through an obstacle course, and it's endless. No! Thank you, Mr. Hand. You're too kind. No, you didn't. You didn't. I'm still really curious. I think it was called like the spelling with pee-pee
A rolling sponge
or
gets
Pippi.
no barnacles.
We'll just say for the sake of brevity, pee-pee. That is a show that I really, honestly want to see. It has a very interesting premise. All your childhood icons die and become part of this fucking eldritch mass of what is basically the personification of incels on the internet, or anyone who partakes in cancel culture. And you gotta watch this cartoon character that nobody knows. Whatever. Basically, we're having a kid show character murder an incel. Imagine I collect the Goofy Goober coin, and then the screen freezes, and there's just a blue screen of death on my computer. And then I tried to restart the computer, and then suddenly I just see SpongeBob himself. Like not like the real SpongeBob, not the one from the cartoon. And he says, "Emulation is bad." Sometimes I feel like my character development often like takes a 180 flip. Because I thought for a time I was against emulation, or maybe just neutral. I wouldn't exactly say I'm pro emulation either. I think it's like a very nuanced sort of thing. I'm only willing to download games if they're from an older generation and they are harder to find, or just games from an older generation in general. I wouldn't download like I wouldn't like download a ROM of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate or Persona 5 Royal. If it's a modern game, I'd buy it. But if it was a retro game from, I would say, like before the 7th or 8th generation of consoles, then yeah, forgive me for downloading it online instead of spending hundreds of dollars on it. Look at all of these Nintendo GameCubes. They are the manifestation of my subconscious guilt. Look at this one. This one spins aggressively. Still though, I can't believe they decided to copy Super Mario Sunshine and actually do a much better job at it. Oh, that is going to enrage some people. Yep, I have definitely angered some sort of god. Cold Sniper, SpongeBob style. Yeah, they died. They were actually killed. I can't believe it. Last time I checked, they were alive in the movie. Or at least they got killed by Dennis, who we've yet to meet.
I need you two to race down them and knock those towers over.
Alright, why don't you come over here and do it yourself? Look at me. I'm in a fucking bathtub. You know what? I'm concerned some weird stuff might have happened in this bathtub. I think it might have a history. Can't believe Patrick just shouted speed run. Nice. More rocks I could easily dodge. We just ran over pedestrians. Well, it's their fault for being in the middle of the road. All hail. I'm out of ideas for the joke. I'm sorry. All hail D's. No, I'm better than this. I'm better than this. Still, I can't believe we committed such acts of vandalism.
Plankton remains one stubby step ahead of them. He sends someone to make sure that they will fail. He is a vicious, ruthless killer.
Yeah, they've been like rivals for years, and Plankton just decided, you know what? I'm just gonna fucking kill him. It's finally time to get this shit over with.